Hi there, Capricorn. Hope you're having a great December thus far. I'm actually new to YouTube, so this is my first video with you guys. And I hope that you do like it. I'll set that aside. I feel like you guys have a question about something. You guys are contemplating something. You're curious. You want to know. Kind of want an answer, a direct answer about something. You're very eager. That's the sense that I'm getting here. Okay. Okay. So we're going to be doing the Celtic Cross today. And a little bit differently than usual. We're going to have in the first position your distant past, followed by your recent past, then your current situation, your current energies. Following that is the energy that you could use to help you, kind of like the advice card. That's how I see that card. Following that, we have your near future. Following your near future, we have your hopes or your fears. And following your hopes or fears, we have the final outcome card. Following the final outcome card, we have 3 cards up at the top that are going to kind of crown this reading. The first being the energies that you have really harnessed to lead you to the position that you're in now. So it's kind of like the energies that you've been using that have contributed to your current state. Following that, we're going to have the environmental energies that lay at your feet throughout this month and amongst these energies that you're bringing forward. And then we're going to have the sort of most likely outcome, which I like to look at as really sort of the energetic pathway that you're moving towards given these other energies at play. All right, so let us I think it's ready. Make sure that we are recording. Great. Here we go. Distant past, recent past, current position. What can help or hinder you? Near future. Hopes and fears. Final outcome. The energy that you've been manifesting that has led you to this position. The environment card. Wow. And that's a breath of fresh air right there. Beautiful. Your most likely outcome and energy that you're moving towards and into. And we did have this 2 of Pentacles pop out while I was shuffling. So you have a lot of pentacles at play here, right? You have the Father of Pentacles, which is a really mature Pentacles card, right? It's like the highest suit of the Pentacles. It's the ultimate, just the ultimate success card, right? Or even just the persona, right, of ultimate success, right? One that has really mastered their craft, is confident in what they're doing and in their work. Sorry about that. So, you know, this is a very strong earth energy right here. And it's the energy that you have really stepped into, that you've used in such a way which has led you to this energy right here. Okay. So let's just take a look elementally at what we have here before us. So in your deep past, you have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, this is your distant past. Father of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles that popped out. Also on the Devil card, Major Arcana, what's really standing out to me is the pentacle shape on his forehead. Okay, so it could somehow be related to whatever this theme is that's popping out in regards to the pentacles. So, right, so you have substantial pentacle, earth, career, financially minded energy. You do. Okay, you have in the past, and it seems like you have really brought forward that energy with you into your future here, or in your current state. So moving along from the pentacles, you also have let's see, you have the Nine of Wands, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 of Wands. Wands are fire energy, right? They signify action, moving forward, and oftentimes passion, creativity, right? They rule the signs of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, you have that in your recent past, the Nine of Wands. And you also have the Ace of Wands, okay, which is also a strong wand card in the sense that it's the beginning of something, right? It's the newness, right? The vigor, okay? The invigorating new beginning to something, right? The action forward, the first step, movement. So you have 2 Wands cards, okay? Moving forward, you have quite a few Sword cards as well. You have 3 Sword cards. The Daughter of Swords in your current position. The, let's see, 3, 6, 7, the 8 of Swords in your hopes and, in your near future. The 5 of Swords in your hopes and your fears. Okay, and let's flip over the deck to see kind of what is the theme of this reading and these energies. And you have Justice, Major Arcana, okay, which very much I'm feeling is related to, I mean, there is a sword, right in this dead center of this card that's slicing, you know, in a way slicing these 2 different halves, the black and the white, the yin and the yang, the yes and the no, right? Justice, kind of like wanting that answer. And below Justice, you have the 2 of Swords. So there is a definite cutting to the chase, right? That you, I'm getting such a feeling of interrogation almost, right? A feeling of interrogation, right? A decision that needs to be made, something that has to do perhaps legally for some, perhaps, but definitely an answer that we're looking for here. Okay. Now, moving forward, we have the Father of Cups, right? So water energy, okay, a signifier of fluidity, of the emotions, of the inner self, right? The softer part of who we are, the softer part, the vulnerability, right, in us. also the creativity, but also the intuition, right? And this is a very mature suit of the Cups energy. It's the Father of Cups. It's essentially the highest, right? The mother and the father are the sort of highest archetypes of the water energy. So you have a really significant water energy present also in your spread, in addition to this Father of Pentacles, strong earth energy. Okay? So now you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3 major arcana, okay, and 2 really in your spread and 1 at the bottom, right? Which is really telling me here, I'm feeling that this is, whatever is going on in this situation is something very transformational, something that is of significance, right? Something significant. This is a turning point, right, with this Justice card. This is a turning point, right, where this decision is made, right, where the wheels are turning, right, in a certain way. Okay. Now, I'm getting finances strongly and legal strongly for some of you. Okay. Okay. For some that, you know, could be. So here, let's jump right into it and see what kind of energies are here that we're working with. In your distant past, right? In your far past, you have the 3 of Pentacles, right? And when I see this card next to this card, right? They're both, you kind of can see the steps that are moving upwards, right? Steps that are moving upwards, a sense of progress, right? A sense of being guided towards the light here, right? The mountain is very much also significant of one climbing the mountain, one building the mountain, right? One reaching the highest point of the mountain where it's brighter, it's lighter, right? There's more clarity. You can see below you, right? So with the 3 of Pentacles, right, there could have been a journey, right, of some sort that is financially related, that is related to your career, that you have been steadily working towards. Okay, and it was in your distant past, it was something that you had started. It was kind of in the stage of the beginning stages, right? Planting your seeds, watering them, right? Waiting, you know, but I feel that it was something that you were confident with as well, because this mountain is large, right? This mountain is tall and strong, right? It's not just a barren field, right, with 3 seeds. It's really, 3 is a stable number. Okay, the shape of a triangle is a strong shape. Okay, the number 3 is a significantly, it's a supporting number, right? So when it's at the base of this mountain, right, there is stability within whatever this venture is, right? So it was something, right, that you had pursued that was, you know, going to bring you this stability that you were confident in. Okay. And that was in a way a reliable situation, something that you had been working towards. And that, sorry about that, a call came through. All right. And that situation led you to the 9 of Wands, right? So we're going from like a very, the underpinnings of a project, the underpinnings of a financial, laying the foundation, okay, really laying the foundation. I'm getting that strongly with this card here, right? The laying of the foundation at the base of this big mountain, right? In hopes to climb it, right? In a way. Now, when you're led after that kind of energy into the energy of the 9 of Wands, the wands, they signify action, moving forward, right? it's a much faster moving energy, right? The fire is fast moving. It's explosive. It's sudden, right? And so we go from kind of laying this foundation to the laying of wands, the systemized movement forward, the strategic efforts. Okay, I really see it as efforts, right? But laying them in such a way, right, that is, you're hoping will lead you to this kind of light, right? And so the moon, right, typically signifies one's intuition, right? It also can signify mystery, right? The unknown. The moon comes out when it's dark outside, right? So we look to the moon for light, right, in a way. So in a way, it's kind of like, you know, you're moving forward, you're moving up, you're creating these pillars, right, one by one, that you can step upon and make progress in some sort of area, right, of your life that's systemized, right? But in order to bring you some sort of clarity about something that is otherwise not clear. There is a journey to the top. That's what I'm feeling here. There is a journey to the top that you've been making real efforts towards. Real efforts towards, okay? But in a very systemized, you know, way. When you compare it to the Ace of Wands, this is just such a creative energy. It's a burst, right? It's the initial spark. The 9 of Wands is like almost a 10. It's almost at its completion, right? It's almost becoming monotonous at this point, right? Systemized. Whereas the early creative fire energy, right, is highly spontaneous. Creative. So this is more a progressive kind of rolling through the motions, trying to get to a certain point, trying to reach your goal, right? In a very structured way. Following that card, we have, in your current state, the Daughter of Swords. Okay. Let's take a look at swords here. So the Daughter of Swords typically represents honesty and insight, right? Some sort of clarity. Some sort of clarity, right? In the dark, we now see the colors of the stars. Okay. And a sword, right? Typically, swords are air energy, right? They signify the signs of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? It's the intellectual suit. It's the logical suit. It's the suit of conversation, right? The verbal banter. It's very analytical, mental. And so when you have the Daughter of Swords, you have this sort of honest way, kind of this clarity of insight that comes through. You know, it's not a cutting kind of communication that we would see with something like the maybe the Mother of Swords, right? That's a very kind of cold. I see that as maybe like a kind of a cold energy, of course, depending on where it is in the spread. and the energies that, you know, are sensed with it. But in general, right, the daughter is a more soft expression of this intellectual insight that's coming forward. Okay? And so there is, I feel, some clarity, right, that you've reached. Okay, and even in terms of, I see these as two very grounded energies, right? Groundedness, right? These pillars, these steps, groundedness, these pentacles being planted into the earth at the base of this mountain. And then you are now led into this energy of this Daughter of Swords with this owl who's now in the air, right? Kind of perched upon somewhere. So there's higher ground that you've made with this owl. Whereas here, it was very much from the base up, moving up, trying to progress and reach higher ground and reach that clarity, I believe. So you are, it seems, making progress with something. Clarity is being had, right? Your intuition is also probably tuning in more finely, right? You're more sensitively, rather. Okay, you're tapping into your intuition probably more, right? With this moon especially. And these stars. And definitely with this moon, it's almost like an altar, right? It's very much this sense of looking up for answers, looking up into the sky for answers, right? That's kind of the sense. So from your current energy with this Daughter of Swords, ultimately this energy came about due to this Father of Pentacles energy that you have kind of taken on and harnessed. So perhaps, right, it really does seem like whatever this early stage impregnation of an idea or a venture or material kind of experience, right, that you've been working towards creating or manifesting or making has really has manifested in a way, it seems, right? Has reached a sort of pinnacle, right? The Father of Pentacles. It has very much reached a pinnacle, it seems. And so with that, right, the taking on of this energy, right, and this this kind of stable, grounded character, right, this perseverance, right, maybe to lay your foundation, make action and movement towards it, right, plan towards it and actually make movement forward, right, deliberately, consistently, right, that perseverance and that movement forward, that steady movement forward has brought you this sort of clarity and this perching on higher ground. So definitely your dedication to something, right, has brought you forward along your path in terms of whatever this situation was that you were working towards. Then moving forward into the sort of advice card, the energy, right, that depending on how you look at this card could help or hinder you, right? And so you have the Father of Cups, which is a very strong suit of emotions. It's the strongest suit of emotions, the strongest suit of water. So it's stable emotions, right? Very much like the Father of Pentacles, right? It's also stable, but in a different way. Not financially stable, not physically stable, but emotionally stable, spiritually stable, feeling content, in a place of contentment, right? So when you see these sort of together, right, it could be urging you to take, to bring your wise emotional faculties more to the foray. Okay, because it is this Father of Cups, this strong water, emotional energy, is really sandwiched in between these swords here. It's right here. Okay, so there is some wisdom, right? Some wise counsel that would be wise to kind of heed and be mindful of, and to take into consideration. Okay, so in light of this intellectual, logical energy, right, or in light of these arguments, right, because swords can also speak to arguments, there is this deep sort of mature, wise perspective that you can bring to the table. Emotionally understanding perspective in terms of whatever this situation is that's coming forward and happening. So, and let me just see what the Father of Cups says to make sure if there's anything. Right, so supportive, diplomatic is really the sense of this card. So the need to be diplomatic, right, and emotionally supportive within this sort of situation of strife of some sort, of sharp verbal banter and the going back and forth, right? There needs to be some sort of understanding, it seems, right, that can be brought forward to help bring insight and understanding. And justice. And really, I mean, this Father of Cups is looking to this this Eight of Swords. So really kind of like suggesting, right? Suggesting. And because it's the advice card, right, and it's turned towards this card here of your near future, it might be heeding, right? It might be urging you to take this kind of approach when dealing with this situation of the Eight of Swords, which is very much an energy of being under attack, right? So it could be to keep your emotions under control. It could be to try to take an understanding approach towards the situation, right? Towards both parties. Okay, but moving forward, we have in your near future is the Eight of Swords. And so again, this is kind of a card of being under attack, right? It is the air energy, but it is this air energy, right? This this intellectual energy, this logical energy. And so the message that I am getting strongly here is, with the Daughter of Swords being in your current position and the Father of Swords being in between, specifically your current position and your future position, right? And both of these are swords. And right now, right, you have gained some clarity, right? You have gained some insight about something. It is an early stage, right, of insight, but it is a softer sort of demeanor about this situation, right? And so for your advice, as you move into your future situation, your near future situation, the energy is very much heeding you to take a softer, more mature diplomatic approach when it may be confronting this situation. Okay? Maybe saying, don't take this sword, right, to this level where you're attacking, perhaps attacking someone or something, right, coming from a place of attack. It's asking you to be perhaps understanding, you know, maybe for some of you. Even though you may want justice, right? Even though you may want to cut to the chase and get an answer, right? Definitely consider this approach. Consider taking in this energy. Okay? Now, and I'm just getting this right now. This could be a situation about something that you have worked really hard towards, right? That you feel you've earned. Okay? And that you want to defend, right? That you kind of want to defend here. It seems, perhaps. Or that you may feel attacked by, to lose. Perhaps for some that might resonate. Right? So this could be asking you to be understanding, right? And emotionally wise and mature, to not attack the other party when in this situation, and pinning them in a corner kind of for answers, maybe, you know? As this energy is kind of beginning to take root, it seems. So, you know, or it could just be remain calm and wise when defending yourself about this situation, perhaps, right? Okay. Move from this situation to this situation as the swan swims from this situation to this situation, right? From this card to this card. Move from this situation to this situation with wisdom and mature and emotional maturity. Okay? So then in your hopes and fears position, you have the 5 of Wands. Okay, so we're going from the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of Wands to the 5 of Wands, right? A digressive energy. Okay? And I am feeling, you know, when you look at this card, it's very much like this sword specifically is aimed right here. So this could be, you know, if it's seen as your hope, it could be that you want to pin whatever or whoever this is in for answers. It's like you're contributing to this sword energy in a way, perhaps. There's a certain harshness, right, that you want to bring into this situation, but from this angle, right? Remember, the Father of Cups is swimming towards it, right? In a way, reminding of the emotional maturity that is perhaps needed to find justice and harmony and balance and decision and answers and clarity, right? So perhaps, so if it's your fear, right, it could be kind of the fear of maybe losing battle, right? Maybe losing battle. And it's right beneath this Ace of Wands. So it could be kind of the fear of not having this empowered, invigorating new beginning. It could be that because of the digression in number. Or it could be the fear that you will be further attacked, right? That you're gonna be further interrogated, pinned in a corner from, you know, kind of, that there is going to be no way out, perhaps. That could be, you know, your perspective, your perception of the situation. You might feel vulnerable, right? These two worms are at a standstill because of this intellectual battle, in a way, because of this battle. And they're not able to meet together and have this clarity. Okay. So maybe you're afraid of there not being that clarity, right? Of this sword energy persisting. Of this battle, this strife persisting, perhaps. Okay. In some way. Then in your environmental energies card, you have the Star, right? Major Arcana, which is a beautiful card to have, especially in a situation like this where you have some significant sword energy, right? Of situations that you are in and situations that you're moving into and situations that you're kind of afraid of. The Star is the hopes card, right? The hopes and the wishes and the dreams. It's a beautiful card when you look at it. I mean, it's like rising up, right? From the earthly realm and up into the sky, into the universe, lighting it up with these just mystical colors. And so when you have the Star above this Eight of Swords, right? It's almost like this butterfly is just taking flight. Okay? And there is this concept of moving to higher ground yet again. Moving up, right? Taking flight, but being held down in some way. Okay? So what I feel this is really, you know, speaking to is your environment being very much conducive to produce the result that you want. Okay. There's a certain sense of alchemy, right? That's working in your favor, that's working to help bring your wish to you, right? It's conducive to producing the result that you want. And your wish could be granted, right? In a way, that's what this card is kind of conveying. And when you have the Ace of Wands in the kind of energetic pathway that you're moving into, you have this, in a way, this promise of a new beginning, right? The reinvigoration of a journey, right? But with newness and excitement and passion, right? It's no longer this heavy energy, this energy of attack and strife and mind like the busy mind, right? The analytics of a situation. It's really the going forward with it, starting it, moving forward, change, spontaneity. So there is a renewal, there is a revival of some sorts that's exciting, that is perhaps connected to this wish that you have, this hope that you have, and for what you want justice. And with this Two of Pentacles that popped out earlier, right? There is this, again, this theme of the butterfly taking flight, being balanced, the balancing, right, of whatever this situation has been, the balancing of these energies, where the butterfly can be free and fly. So perhaps you are yearning for this freedom with this situation that's related to the Pentacles, right? Oops, sorry. You want this, freedom from this situation in regards to, your career or whatever has been persisting and going on. And perhaps with this new beginning of the Ace of Wands, and with this wish granted, you will have that kind of balance. It's kind of like make a wish, make it happen, right? Moving forward with it, the opportunity to move forward with it, and then the balance and the harmony that is created from that. The result, the starting again. And it's it's a fairly youthful Earth Pentacles energy. It's a 2. So again, it's this feeling of the starting again, right? Mirroring in a way these two cards of your distant past, of this situation that with the Pentacles and the Wands, right? The 3 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. We're now at the Ace of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. So something is being refreshed, something is being, rebalanced, re-equilibrated. That's not a word, I don't think, but the equilibrium, right, is being met yet again in some sort of adventure or situation. And then in your final outcome, you have the Devil, which is a major arcana, right? A signifier of substantial change, transformation, movement forward. Okay? So I think that whatever this situation is, that is manifesting, right, moving forward, could certainly, right, continue. There is this sort of movement forward with whatever situation this is. But the Devil, right, could be perhaps warning or heeding you to not have an overly materialistic approach, right? To seek this balance, right? This balance, not this excess, right, of Pentacles. It's just 2, right? It's balanced, it's fair, it's 2. Balance, fairness, justice, right? Really, right? There is a sense of balancing. And so also here we're seeing this encouragement towards balance, the balancing of approach, of energies, right? So, of how you go after things, and how you move forward. So this could very much be saying, you know, when all has moved forward, just ensure that you are maintaining this balanced perspective, right? And expectation in a way, right? And what's sticking out to me here is the sort of splitting of the horns here, just as the splitting of the wings of this butterfly are the same. So I do feel like they are definitely speaking to one another. And the devil also has this pentacle again on his forehead, right? So he could be kind of just reminding you, right, to maintain that balanced approach in light of whatever new beginning this is. Okay. Okay. Because the devil is normally characteristic of negativity, greed, addiction, materialism, being overly attached to the materialism of a situation or even a person or whatever it may be, right? The dependence, right? The codependence. So when this butterfly, right, is sitting up above the devil, it's kind of like, yes, there's now freedom, right? The butterfly is flying up, right? Higher ground, freedom. Freedom from this situation, but just be mindful, right? To remain balanced and grounded in a fair way when it comes to this situation related to your finances or your material outlook in life and in this particular energy. So thank you so much for listening. It was a pleasure to read for you guys, and please feel free to leave your comments below. Always curious to know how this resonates with you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time, and hope you have a great rest of your December. All right, bye.